Lots of familiar faces. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great.
So we left off in 2016.
Yep, I remember. Only 3 kids. I have 4 now. So.
What went through your mind just when you got the call that Jets wanted to try to have you come in for a trial, especially considering your history here?
I was excited. Excited about the opportunity to come back, kind of see some familiar faces, a lot of new things. I walked in, I'm like, the bones of this place are still the same. Some lipstick here and there. We got a new logo from when I played. I think they've gone through a couple uniform changes, but I'm just excited about it. Excited to be back. Good young coaching staff. I enjoy playing for them so far, and AG's been awesome. So it's been great.
What kind of adjustments have you had to make to maintain your level as you've gotten older?
I think that varies year to year. Kind of off season, you kind of go back and look how the year went, and then how you have to go moving forward. And I'm just trying to take it day by day, kind of see how things play out, see how I feel. But yeah, it's just I think an ongoing process. It's not just one thing, and I'm just going to stay to that one thing over and over. And I've changed from when I first got in to when I got here and all the way along. So yeah, we're just take it day by day. Continue to kind of work with these guys and get ready for week 1.
Before the Jets called, were you definitely intent on playing this year, waiting for
Yeah, I definitely wanted to play. I trained all offseason like I was going to play. Trained all offseason to get ready for kind of week 1. That's my goal every year, to be 100% week 1, kind of build through training camp. So yeah, I wanted to play and kept working towards it.
I know it's only been a few days, but what's been your early impression of Chris Banjo?
He's great. High energy. He's played a long time in this league. He's coached under Mike Westhoff for a long time, so he understands the game in a kind of, I guess, a coaching mindset as well. But he's eager to learn. We've had some good conversations just about football in general, special teams. So hopefully I can just help any way I can as well on that front too.
The last time you were here, after you left, there were some struggles, physical, but health-wise and that kind of thing, and then you had to work your way back. What was that like? I mean, you've had some of your most successful years since then, and like what went into that for you, that part of this journey for you?
Football, I think no matter what position you play, there's always injuries. I've seen it too many times. People are like, okay, kickers don't get hurt, punters don't get hurt, and it just happens. So you just kind of got to roll with the punches and adapt, understand how your body kind of comes back, and that's what I had to do, is kind of figure out how my body has responded to specific things. And I felt like I've done a good job with that, and I have a good communication with the strength staff, with the trainers, wherever I've been, on to make sure that we're all doing the right things, and the coaches for that matter, make sure they understand where I'm at physically, mentally, everything like that. So yeah, it's just important to continue to work and understand yourself and what you need and how to get better from there.
Is it strange being older than your position coach?
No, since I've already happened a few times. Yeah, I think Cam Accord became the coordinator in 20. So since 20, I've been older than my position coach. Yeah, so no. Last year was weird. I was the same age as my head coach. That was a little strange, but crazy enough, my rookie year, I played with AG. We were on the Cowboys together for the offseason, so I played with Mason Taylor's dad and uncle, so, I mean, kind of fun.
What's that like, seeing him running around making plays?
I mean, I remember him running around in Cortland when he was little. I just asked him today if he remembers living in New York, and he said a little bit. So it's a crazy world that we're in right now, but fun to be around. I mean, obviously he's a great player, and his family, great lineage of players, so it's been fun.
Did you always think you'd play this long?
No, I never really put a time frame on it. Kind of the way I look at it now is I want to keep playing. There's nothing better than kicking field goals on Sunday or Monday, whatever you want to look at it. And then I enjoy it, and I want to do it until I can't compete at the highest level. And or my wife and kids say, time to come home. So they're like, keep playing. All right, I'll keep playing. So that's kind of where we're at.
Were you a little surprised? You were there in late July. You didn't have a team. And Because the last couple of years in Tennessee, I think you missed 2 kicks.
A little bit. Only reason I wasn't super surprised was how last year kind of ended, being a little banged up. Had to go through some stuff there. So other than that, that's really the only reason that it kind of happened the way it did, and it all worked out. Come back here and hopefully help this team win a bunch of games.
Can you talk about returning to this fan base?
Excuse me?
The returning to this fan base. You talked about returning here at the Jets.
Yeah.
As far as your connection with some of the people.
I mean, it's great to be back in the area. I love the Northeast. I love up here. New Jersey's been awesome to my family and I. Like I said, 3 of my kids were born here. So they'll come up at some point. We actually we were going to come up here for spring break this year and kind of fell through. And so I guess it was God's way of saying, well, you don't need to go now. You can come back later. But the fan base is great. It's been awesome so far. Yesterday with the fans around. So, yeah, excited to be back, excited to play for, I guess I'd say the green and black now? Green and white? What do you want to call it? I don't know. But excited to be back. And it's like I said, it's a lot of fun, great organization. I had a great 7 years here and hopefully make it a great 8th and maybe longer.
Is it weird to be 18? I mean, so used to seeing you with the 2. But
a little bit, but I mean, kind of work it out, and kind of symbolic, 18th year, 18, so we'll kind of see. Maybe we'll keep it for now and kind of see how things play out.
So you're talking to Woody Johnson on the sideline with you. Were you guys reminiscing about the kick in Indy or anything?
No, not really. Just talking a little bit of life, kids, youth sports, soccer, Crystal Palace, that kind of fun stuff. So, no, it was good to catch up with him. I saw Chris yesterday as well, so good to catch up with them. Actually talked to Chris before we played y'all last year, week 2 or something like that. So saw him a little bit there, which is good. And it's just, I think that's one thing that the NFL is. It's just kind of one big family, and there's only a handful of guys that play for one team throughout their career, and so it's good to kind of see these familiar faces and get back into the rhythm with that, and hopefully some of this just lasts for a lifetime. So,
Jeremy, how has this camp been maybe a little different for you and overall than the first few?
Yeah, I think just the overall physicality, the culture we're trying to set, the live tackling drills and the live team periods. I think that's good for what he's trying to build, and kind of get the guys' mindset going in the right direction as we build for this season. So, open him with open arms. He's played the position, he's played in this league and gets what it takes. Won in this league, so we're excited about that. And bringing the intensity to camp this year has been at the forefront of what he wants us to do. So, I'd say the physicality overall has been good for us.
Offensive guys like tackling drills.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to help us. You don't want the first time you get tackled to be in a game, so he's stressing to make sure you do it the right way, and don't take cheap shots, don't go up high, and make sure that we get prepared to take hits and get tackled the right way. So overall, I think it's going to help us in the long run, and practicing tackling is going to make you a good tackling team, and on the offensive side of the ball, be able to break tackles and run after the catch is going to be good for us. So I think it's a good idea, and we'll keep it going.
How is your role going to be different in this offense?
Yeah, I think talking with the staff, I'm excited about it. Just to do a little bit of everything. Be that consistent guy that can do all the jobs that I get asked, and just try and be more dominant and more consistent. I'm going into year 4, so I got a pretty good feel of what it takes in this league, and I've had some great experience and been with some great tight ends. So continuing to grow, I feel really good right now where I'm at, and be that dominant every down, every day kind of tight end that can do whatever's asked of me.
Is there something they're asking specific of you? Aaron said that you're trying to do all the things he's talked to you about. Is there something that you're focused on or that they're specifically asking for?
Yeah, right now I'm focused on being consistent, being a leader, and winning that C-gap. It's a mindset. I believe that I can do it, and I believe that I can do anything they're asking of me. So, with the opportunities I get in the past game, making those plays, which I'm feeling pretty good about right now, and just focusing on being a dominant every down tight end and winning that C-gap.
You mentioned being a leader. Just how have you worked on that aspect in that area?
Yeah, I'm 24, but I'm kind of been on the longest tenured Jet tight end. So being that guy in the room to kind of know how to deal with deal with the expectations in the media, and just showing that that doesn't mean anything, and just to kind of come to work every day. And we got a good room, we got a bunch of young guys, so rallying them along, and playing with Justin in the past, playing with Garrett and Josh and all those guys, just coming together and bringing energy every day, and just setting the tone and playing and letting my play and my attitude get the team going.
What do you think about the offense's execution today, especially late in practice when you guys were going through those situations?
Yeah, I think focusing on those situations is only going to help us offensively and defensively. I thought we did a pretty good job offensively. Obviously, there's things to clean up, but working on these things now when we're tired and we're hitting and it's physical and it's hard, it's just going to make it that much less to think about and less to worry about when it's real and the bullets are flying. So I thought we did a good job. Like I said, there's things to clean up, but overall, executed pretty well, and the stuff is making sense to us. We're understanding what they want from us, and the situations are clear, and playing situational football is what the NFL is about. So getting in those high stress situations and executing is all you really want to do right now.
What's Justin like in those situations? Because he led you guys right down the field on that first drive, a touchdown in no time, and then the second time getting position for the field goal.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been saying about Justin since he signed here, he's a competitor. So I've seen it since we were back at Ohio State. He's a competitor. He wants to win, and he likes being counted out. He likes the challenge of going against defense like this. And he's calm, he's poised, but at the end of the day, he's a competitor, and he wants to win in everything he does. And that's kind of what you want as a quarterback, and rally behind that and be where he wants you to be and make those plays for him.
Seen Mason make plays, touchdowns and stuff like that. You were a little more involved today. Do you expect to be more involved in the passing game?
It goes back to what I said before. I'm just going to control what I can control, and when I get those opportunities, make the most of them. I'm confident in what I can do. Mason's a great player, and he's going to be really good in this league. He's young, and he's got some flashes. So we're excited about our room, and handling what we need to handle, being the group to rely on. And when those opportunities come for me, just make the most of them. And this is the best I felt mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm excited about this season, excited about where we're going, and our rooms especially.
You mentioned the expectation. You're used to this market. There's been some years when you've been here where the expectations from the outside have been really high. Do you feel like you guys are flying under the radar a little bit more this year, and do you like that?
Yeah, I mean, the expectation aspect is you're in the NFL, you're one of 32 teams, and you're expected to play a certain way. So regardless of where you're at, we don't really pay too much attention to that. We just try and control what we can control, show up to work every day like professionals, and like I said, handle the things that we have the ability to handle. So just coming in, being good, being detailed, being disciplined, and playing hard. I think the game's meant to be played a certain way, so upholding that standard and the way to play it the physical way it's supposed to be played is what we're building right now in training camp. And the expectations are aside. You're expected to win in this league. That's why we're here. You want to win every single game you play. So building those details now and that mentality now so that those wins eventually start coming to fruition.